Hey everyone, Chris Shogeki back, doing another model kit review, this time on the Gundam real grade Rx-78-2 Gundam. And we do have to talk about this guy, but before we talk about him, let's look at his accessories. So for weapons, he comes with a bazooka, and yes, if you're wondering, he does have stickers. But I didn't put them on because I'm not really that patient with stickers, especially small ones. But yeah, obviously the figure and the weapons look bland without stickers, but I'm not going to waste my time trying to put them on. And you can see this bends here in the back. Hey, what the? Oh, never mind. But yeah, this bends here so you can angle it. And it has a flip out peg that you could plug into his posable hands here. Or there's a hole in the palm that you can plug it into. He comes with a shield with a flip out handle. And you attach this by plugging this into the arm, then wrapping your fingers around this. We'll talk about articulation later on. Comes with his beam rifle. And this clip can move to the side. And the scope can move as well. And there is actually a peg that you can plug the beam rifle in. If I could figure it out. AC plugs in like so you can store it. I think you can also store the bazooka, I think. But yeah, you can definitely store the beam rifle on the shield. And like with the bazooka, it has a flip out peg that you take out to plug it into the hands. It also comes with two beam sabers. Now, unfortunately, one of them is already breaking. It's this one. You can see it kind of wiggles. It's already breaking. So yeah, these things are not soft rubber. They're actually a flimsy, translucent plastic, and that's a problem. This one, yeah, it doesn't feel like it's going to break, but I actually have to glue them, and I'm going to have to glue this one even more. This one, not so much. And he does come with beam sabers that are retracted that you can plug onto his jetpack. Like so. Now, these things are actually pretty challenging to try to plug in, but once you plug them in, well, yeah. He also comes with a little shuttle. And yes, it kind of snapped around this part, unfortunately. And on the box it says you could, or this actually can fold up. You'll fold up the wings, fold this back, then flip this around. And it's supposed to plug into the skeleton on the chest. You know what, I'll just show you actually. See, there's the skeleton, and with the shuttle folded up, you can plug it in here. Unfortunately, since I already put them together, that's not going to be that simple. Plus, I like to have it displayed as a shuttle anyway, so just going to unfold it like so. And he does have landing gear that you just plug in. Like this back landing gear, you plug into the back like so. Now, they're tiny, so try not to lose them. And then there's this front one that you plug in, obviously, to the front. If it'll plug in, that is. There we go. Kind of a little shuttle here. Also comes the pilot with the helmet off. Then you can display with the shuttle. Again, tiny. And he also comes with 2 pairs of hands. He comes with fisted hands. You know, not really too special. But he also comes with posable finger hands. And these are actually interesting. Pretty cool too. I mean, you can see there's a... I'll just go over this right now. There's a ball peg at the thumb. 3 fingers here. And the index finger. One thing I actually didn't notice, that there's also a hinge at the fingers. A second hinge at the fingers. There's a second hinge at the thumb. A second hinge at the 3 fingers here. And I actually thought I broke it, but I didn't. And of course a hinge at the index finger. That's one problem with the figure. The fingers pop off, mostly on the right hand. It's just really annoying. Another problem, the legs don't like staying on. You know what? We'll just talk about this now. Not only with the finger popping off, but the legs, the way they're designed. I mean, they're the same length, but the little crotch piece here. I mean, because of how loose the legs are, and because of the way it's designed, I'm sorry for the inappropriate look, but if you push one leg in, it pushes the other leg out. And that's not good. I honestly don't know why it's designed like that. And another thing, the hip guards, the front and back ones, I mean, they're on ball joints, but there's like no friction on this. Like no friction at all. Like when you try to move the leg, it's especially bad on the back guard pieces. So yeah, it's really unfortunate. If I could just get this thing back on, I'll just do it off screen. Yeah, the hip guard pieces, the front and back ones have no friction. Now the side pieces, I actually decided to glue on to these little gray pieces. If you can see that underneath, I glued these on. But yeah, that's the problem. The hips don't really like staying on. The hips, the legs are loose. The hip guards come off easily. The fingers pop off. And, well, the shoulder pads wouldn't really stay together, so I had to actually glue the shoulder pads on. I mean, I can still move the arms and whatnot, but even then it's just... yeah, it's just... And a similar thing goes for the arms. They're kind of loose. It's unfortunate. And it might look like there's stickers on the eyes, but that's actually just the yellow plastic that makes it look like the eyes are glowing. But that's not really stickers. And of course the thrusters in the back are on ball joints, but they kept popping off, so I just decided screw it, so I just glued them on. But yeah, this figure, I wanted to like it, but unfortunately with the amount of problems it has, and this arm guard does not want to stay on. It's back here. So yeah, it's unfortunate. I wanted to like this guy, but with the amount of problems it has, it's unfortunate. I mean, obviously there's no way to return it now, so I don't know what, so I'm just going to display this guy. And no, I'm not going to sell this. I am going to keep it, so don't ask me for it. But yeah, it's unfortunate how this guy has these problems. But anyway, he does look nice, but he'll obviously look better with stickers on. But again, if it weren't for the issues with the arms and whatnot, it would have been a great figure. But as it is right now, it's just a disappointment. Now for posability, I will show these are actually on ball joints, so you can move them back and forth, kind of up and down. And with them forward, you can have him pose where he's about to pull out a beam saber. But, you know, that's going to be a problem since pieces are going to fall off. But yeah, his head is on a ball joint, so you can move it up that far, you can move it down that far, or really high up, I should say. I think. Okay, never mind, the head was splitting apart. You can move down that far, you can move side to side, it has a head pivot. The arms can fully rotate, they can swing out to the side that far. They have kind of a butterfly joint there and an extra joint at the shoulder. Also to go up that far, that high up. He has a bicep swivel, a double joint at the elbow, and if you can see this right here, that's supposed to move as you bend the elbow, but unfortunately it doesn't really work out that well. I'm quite unsure on why. It just doesn't really work out as well as I hoped. But yeah, he has you can turn the wrist around and you can move it back and forth, up and down. Now I think there's supposed to be a and I just pulled the fingers off. Great. See what I mean? Alright, hold on. Oh, okay. So, I was right. There is a hinge at the hands so you can move them back and forth. I'm going to put these fingers back on. It's just, the index finger is essentially hard to put on because how small it is. They don't really have that type of friction, unfortunately. Okay, I already explained the finger articulation. He has a ball joint at a ball peg joint at the torso, but it's kind of hard to move. I mean, this thing moves so you could get a deeper crunch, but the way it is, it's not easy. And there's also a ball joint at the waist, and these hip guards move along as well. And these damn things don't want to stay on. It's really frustrating. Okay, there. You could also turn the waist slightly, not all the way around, but still. And the legs, I mean, obviously the hip guards can move, these front guards can move up and down, the side guards can move out slightly, but again, these things are just going to fall off. You can move the legs up that far, move them back that far. You can move them out that far, but again, because of the hip guards and the way the legs are designed, they're mostly just going to fall off. He has a thigh swivel. He has a double bend at the knee, and anyway, he has a double bend at the knee, and as you bend it, this pieces move like that. So that's cool, but even then, that doesn't stop it from having flaws. But yeah, this is just unfortunate. But anyway, his ankles can move up that far, can move back that far. These things, in a way, they can kind of rotate. Great. Just look. Just came apart. I mean, it didn't break, it just came apart, but damn. See what I mean? It's hard to pose this guy without pieces coming off. If I could just... There we go. Okay, I thought I broke it, but I didn't. But anyway, a ball joint and the hinge at the ankle. You could bend the toe slightly and about that far. And of course, he has an ankle pivot, but, you know, I'm just disappointed, guys. I mean, I was actually excited to get this guy, but after I finished building it, it's just... If it weren't for those issues, then this figure would have been great. But unfortunately, as it is right now, it's just... It's just meant to... This figure is pretty much meant for display, just to pose him, then put him on a shelf and just display him. It's unfortunate. I was excited for this figure, and now it's become disappointment. But again, it looks good for a display piece. I actually found this at a comic shop in the mall. At a mall, at my local mall, I should say. But even then, it's a disappointing figure. So yeah, it's mostly only meant for display. Not even, you know, playing with it and whatnot, because pieces fall off and they're just... I mean, if you like this figure, that's fine. Me, however, I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm just going to display it and just not really touch it again. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. That's my review. I'm sorry if it went on for almost 20 minutes. But yeah, that's just... I mean, there were a bunch of accessories and also a bunch of problems to talk about, but that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time.